Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master of Propaganda, hero of Psych, defender of the fatherland, off here to glorious 2v2 on Belgorod. In the west, it is Killer and Cheese.T are fighting here for the German army, Deutschland. Here with the... let's just go with 21st Panzer Division here with Overwatch, Breakthrough and Special Operations, Lightning War, Storm and Encirclement. Spicy. In the east it is William H. Edison and Slowlee forming up here for the British Army, the Commonwealth, in this case the 1st Canadian Infantry, will Lease Assault and Mobile Assault, a very offensive British Army. Lease Assault in particular tends to be fairly popular in 2v2. With mortars, assault sections, M10 Achilles, M5 half-tracks, strafing support, mortars, again, Royal Recovery Sappers, Commandos, crew repairs, and land mattresses. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patrons and supporters, wonderful people, one and all, who keep the Propagandacast going. So big thanks to those and their valuable help. Without them, the Propagandacast would not be possible. Other people can join the ranks by Patreon, or they can donate by PayPal. Links in the description would make me very happy. And finally, just comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. You know, I know this is something that's rated by a lot of people, but again, it helps with the YouTube algorithms, you know, keeps up engagement and whatnot, so go figure. We got Cheese.T to the Lightning War. I mean, obviously, it's a good commander, but apart from me would have loved to see him Encirclement. He's also going for tier 2 rush here, so probably G for the free Panther here with the infantry upgrades. Tactical movement, relief infantry, tiger tanks, and the Stuka close air support. Most of these abilities can use these, but most really never use relief infantry, and few use tactical movement, though I think it is a good ability. Sappers pushing forwards here. We got assault section, of course we got recovery sappers. In a sense, they're kind of early on the same thing. Of course, the assault sections get some better upgrades to go with the Thompson. They get white phosphors and regular smoke. West recovery sappers get flamethrowers. They can also do some other stuff. They also get snares and such. But, you know, initially they're sort of kind of on the same level, which gets a bit wonky considering these are actually cheaper than most other assault troops. But anyways, I mean, obviously not quite on the same level, but they're kind of close. Follow to the right here with the assault section. Close here, we can see that the British are being held off so far narrowly here by Cheese.T and his MD42 build. Of course, one thing he could do is pop in the sappers into the universal carrier and then bum rush one of the machine guns with it. That's a trick you actually see some British players do with the assault section. They'll get universal carrier, stuff an assault section into it, and then rush a machine gun or something else, get up close range, and just start murdering things. Killer there's been right here already in the early game. Back here waiting reinforcements as he prepares for the next push. We've got more Sturmpion here. Meanwhile, Cheese.T are making a push for the car point, realizing it's going to come down to him messing with the Allied supply line to ensure the British, in this case Canadians, obviously don't get too far ahead of them. MD4 to come up here though. A bit awkward here due to the tree line actually coming up a significant part of the firing line there, but still keeping the enemy's eyes on the car point for now. But again, the question is how long can he maintain this? The Pioneers are at high risk, but the machine here in this case act as a decoy to ensure the Pioneers get some room to retreat there. Really close call though. We finally got a fresh push here, a massive throwing of infantry from Killer, just basically relying on raw, well, blob tactics basically here to hit back at the Brits. Universally equipped with the Vickers K machine gun, of course signaling he's teched up. Similarly here we got tech there with the medics on the way for William, who's going for another universal carrier. Got it up with the Vickers K on the way as well. So yeah, no surprises there. The universal carrier with the Vickers K is quite good, to put it generously. Like to make a nice scope for Cheese.T cuts. We got the 1st Panzer Grenadier squad out here. Universal carrier rushing forward. Sturmpion mounted here with the universal carrier. Machine up north here is the section there. We got Basil wanting attention or food, possibly both. Assault section push back some of the Sturmpion. Of course, the 2 universal carriers, of course, present a massive issue here for Killer's infantry because, again, they can lay down some pretty intense firepower. North here, Cheese.T cuts is slowly probing ahead. We've got a section basically forgotten here by Slowlee. Panzer moving forwards. Like to make a nice company going for the 2-2 help down the universal carriers. So, of course, need to be careful like a counter punch with an armoured car. Sappers on the way here for William, and there you go. A bit of a mistake, they're running into the Panthers. Probably wasn't paying attention. The Panthers actually have a good chance of getting a wipe here now. That would be very helpful for the Germans, obviously, and less helpful for the British. And there you go. Infantry section now wiped out. Good kill there for Cheese.T Cutters Panzer Grenadiers. Also a nice amount of experience. Back here, Belgorod headquarters up there with the medics upgrade happening next. Pioneers filling up here. Moving on the centre up north here, note the way it's moving about. He's looking to catch any infantry there on the victory point. Push them back. You got mine Seops looking to cut off a German push here, and of course just be a mess doing a future push. Machine ring up here, Pioneer's going to get flanked. So far, good coordination between the British players here against the Germans. Pioneer's about to get wiped out though. And there you go, down they go. Great kill here for the British. Not huge, of course, but still pretty good. And there you go. Good kill. We got Panzer in the Sturmpioneer. And we could see the second unit going up as well in flames. That would be obviously really good for the Germans. But no, Slowlee is able to pull the Universal Carrier out of there. That mess. But still, one Universal Carrier is still, you know, pretty good. Kill concerning its upgrade leaves Williham particularly weak. And there you go. Armored car straight into a mine. Panzer going to be pushing forwards. Cheese.T will definitely want more infantry. In the south here, British forces moving up here, going through the southern flank here. Note the Germans are so far focusing more on the carve point here because that way they can control the Allied fuel flow and ensure the British don't get too far ahead of them. Officer Williham and officers as well here, though, an armoured car as well for Slowlee. The AC Mark III. Now the German... I mean, we got one Panzerschreck here, and I imagine we're seeing a second Panzerschreck here enough from Killer, but Cheese.T meanwhile doesn't have a tank gun. Certainly doesn't have Panzerschrecks either. So the AC is going to be a bit of a tough call there for Cheese.T to tango with. And there you go, AC Mark III out. Officer following up there. Showing the southern points here for Deutschland. Cut-off point there being held. No upgrade yet. There we go. G for defeat and way for the Panzergrenadier of North and machine gun moving a bit boldly, but getting caught here with the British. Guess Cheese.T wasn't quite paying attention up north, hard to say there, but all the way ends up in favour of the British, who now possibly push to the northern fuel point. Oh, actually managed to suppress them. And there you go, Pack 40 here for Cheese.T and the 21st Panzer Division. Vessel, calm down. I don't know, like he insists on walking across the desk to get to another smaller table I've got next to my desk. You can't just walk on the phone and then jump up on it for some reason. Anyways, biggest machine gun there for Slowlee. William H. Harrison continues to suffer, shall we say, the brunt here of the German damage, where Slowlee so far is mostly managing to avoid the casualties. They've got the armored car here, definitely on the hunt here, looking to cause some damage into the German army. And Cheese.T are basically sort of getting into drum in circles. This is turning into Benny Hill, except more violent. And there you go. Got the armoured car knocked out. Folks moving in there. East side here we got the MD-34 holding up here against the push of the fuel point there. So far the Germans have definitely managed to maneuver themselves into like a pretty good position here versus the Allies. The British, in particular, William has suffered quite a bit here, so again that's leaving Slowlee to I think do more of the heavier lifting for now. Cheese.T and Killer there find the men caught up in the centre. Here we got two Pioneer squads right now here for Cheese.T, always had obviously. Still no additional Panzergrenadiers. I definitely think he needs to bring out some more soon. He needs more infantry overall. South here we can see William there lining up for a flank, but decides perhaps against it. We got the machine gun at the fuel point, MD-34 coming on the victory point. Fairly strong net of machine guns. There you go, grenade off. Stern Pioneers almost wiped out here by Slowlee, but falls a bit short there. But can the officer there maybe finish off the last straggler? No. He is unable to get that final kill. Second pack 40 here for Cheese.T. Still not a lot of infantry. I find that a bit disconcerting. And the America that explodes somewhere. Oh, it's the AC that goes up in flames. Hits a telemine. Thumbs up there, cancels the pack for another Panzergrenadier scored. And obviously needs anti-tank guns less. Meanwhile, William here is rushing it for the company command post. Probably betting on a fast centaur here to try and turn the tables on those dastardly Germans. We'll have to see if we can actually manage that. That's it. Both anti-tank weapons for the Germans on the centre in a bit of a sticky spot here. Also got a Morton out here for Slowlee. Bit of light artillery support here against those Germans. Up north there, sappers could push the northern fuel point. We got fighting around the carve point, and Morton could advance a bit further up. Vickers could also be, I think, a bit more active. Like, basically just starting to start the building. They're obviously concerned about the Germans making another push, but I'd also argue you don't want a machine gun doing nothing either. Anyways, company command post up there for William. No tech yet for Slowlee. Worth noting, Slowlee's got a bit of a manpower float here under the... There we go, commandos. Equipped, of course, with the silent Sten gun. A silent stun gun. They also had a Delisle carbine, which was a very, very silent carbine. In fact, I think there's 1 point actually stats for that in the game, but they clearly never went through with it. But anyways, we got the Commanders, the Pioneers, ripping through them up close, backed up with the Vickers. G for the fleet, Panthers they're quickly routing. Of course, got 2 squads on them now. That's definitely a step up there, though I'd still recommend a 3rd one. In the south here, we've got the assault section plus the opposite, ripping apart here Killer's infantry, killing them. Quite efficient. There we go, wiping one of the Sturm Pioneer squads. Definitely finding a bit of engines there for Killer, though we got Orbital Soldaten out here. Light machines away, still no commander here for Killer. Kind of commandant. Meanwhile here, the assault forces under William's command are finally being halted here by the MD-34. His advance now no longer flowing through the German front line here. Back here, we got weapon racks, got a 6-pounder gun there, no meter tech left Slowlee. As for William, he's closing in there on, well, whatever he wants to imagine. Again, could be a Centaur, could be a Cromwell. We'll have to see. In the south here, we got the Sappers versus the Orbital Soldaten. And we got Spec Ops in a switch to inflict Sturmgewehrs. Thumbs up. You got Radio Silence, Sturmoffizier, Infiltration Tactics, which just basically means grenade assault, Inflict Sturmgewehr, and the Command Panther. I'll have to see if he actually goes for the Sturmoffizier. I think that'd be pretty good. But up north here, University that catch machine gun off guard, and again, opening up the path to the fuel point. In this regard, the British haven't been particularly keen on hitting the German fuel point directly. Going for deep flank here, probably expecting an MD-34. Thumbs up. And yeah, can soon go for some tank, but we're going to have to see which tank he goes for. Still no tech there for Slowlee, though again he has found the keys to the weapon racks. Turns out they were in the biscuit tin. How silly. Oh yes, how silly. Just lots of our men died because we couldn't get those machine guns. Yeah. Just like at the Somme. That happened, I think. North here, we got the University pushing back the Panzergrenadier up north here, section pushing up there. Got the Panzergunners machine there moving forwards, and tech there for Cheese.T and Katze. Schwerer Panzer quarters up, then authorized now here for Killer, at least getting authorized. Assault section, they're boosted by the opposite, rushing at the opposite down, but they're now in effective range. And there we go, White Phosphorus now through here. Really powerful ability there. And there go light cannon bomb to combo and all. Yes, gets the wipe. A brutal 1-2 kill there. We got Morbs out here at least for Killer, but that was really brutal there. Very, very potent, but again, nasty combo. Use the White Phosphorus to catch them on retreat, since they'll get even through the White Phosphorus retreat very slowly. And then you can just combo with a light bound grenade or light gun bomb. So that way you just get a wipe there. So that's a really, really nasty combo. Up north here, we got a big push here by Slowlee, ripping apart their Cheese.T and Katze's forces. Were not in a position to really withstand this all-out British assault here. Pioneers left to fend off to defend the car point. We also got a fuel cache on the other point. You know, you might figure, why not put it on the car point? Well, you know, it means there's less of a priority for the enemy to kill and destroy, meaning that's more likely to, you know, live a bit longer, which means they're going to get more fuel. So in this regard, the priority for Cheese.T and Katze is less than defend the car point and just get out, ensuring they get a stable fuel supply for a bit longer. Could also indicate they might be planning up tier 4 here. Bit risky, pretending to kind of swing back here from the British, but clearly Cheese.T and Katze is committed here. Mines on the sandbags. Now we got the German fuel plant being hit as well there. The British are, well, definitely turning the game around here. And we got straight to hammer tactics. Good golly, that is really ballsy of a William, considering how the battle is so far gone. Like, he's just going straight for it. And Cheese.T and Katze, while having pound checked up, is still going for Spomelkov. Thumbs up. Could be an indicator they're just thinking about a Tiger tank then. But either way, they're still really, really confident by William there to just go straight for the Comet. That said, again with the British, overall tech structure does mean you can't get it out fast, and so the Germans can in most cases get out a Panther. So, obviously there is some to it, but even then it still feels very, very ballsy. Of course, now with both fuel points at least briefly under control, that is obviously a bit more justified, than that I would say is more retroactively. Flank here for the south, another White Phosphorus grenade. Again, messes with the Germans' ability to fire at the British, allowing the troops close in. In this case, oh, he did chuck the White Phosphorus. Part of me figured he'd just throw the regular smoke grenade. But there we go, light gun bomb again. Heavy losses then inflicted on the Orbital Soldaten. One squad routed, no officer still here for Killer. William there, definitely getting the most of his assault troops here against the Germans. Some pretty brutal close quarters fighting here. Machine in there, got the section pinned down, but there you go, pushing forwards. Another white phosphorus grenade. Oh, gammon bomb. The big one. And there you go. He might be able to get the machine gun wiped. And there we go. Almost got it. Really close call there. Officer's also packing there. Really lucky there for Killer. That did not get turned into compost. Machine gun still remains very, very reserved here. Similar to the mortar. Not a huge fan of this. Not a huge fan of this. I mean, I'd argue that is a little inefficient now by Slowlee. I mean, he's doing, I think, a lot of things right, but I feel like just having these two support weapons most of the time, you know, we're talking like somewhat over 500 manpower just collecting dust, is not, I would say, great. They could like pressuring the fuel point, the carb point, I think more well there, so I think there's some room for improvement there. Anyways, got Slowlee with a company command pushed up the zone. Got the Panther 40 for Cheese.T. And they got one as well there for Killer. Also got the obviously equipped with the Vickers K for a bit of extra firepower there. Cromwell away there for Slowlee. Worth noting, he's had to upgrade any of his other troops with guns, like, you know, some Bren guns, for example. Some Bren guns, I think, would go a long way here for Slowlee. And again, Williham here making great use of the training to launch these deep flanks. Though again, I think Killer is starting to catch on to the fact, you know, the south path here seems to be, you know, attracting a lot of Englishmen. Still, good use of training there by Williham. Very important skill to have if you really want to make the best out of it. So assault troops is like, you know, have a good idea of flank paths and, you know, train there. We got mine there being dealt with by a light gun bomb. That's pretty good. I mean, that's something you'd rather be chucking at infantry rather than, you know, a mine. It does highlight this lack of minesweepers here for Williham, actually, to support, like, his main infantry thrust. So that's actually a bit of a oversight there by Williham, I'd argue. And there you go, but he is going for the Comet here in 16-minute Comet, like, yeah, obviously close to 70 minutes, that is like a pretty fast, you know, tank considering, like, they actually been, like, on the back foot for quite a while there. So, I mean, that really, I mean, had the, you know, not been as behind the time and been denied fuel as much, he could arguably had it out sooner. So, again, like, it really just highlights, like, you know, again, I think the power of British tech speed in the right hands. There goes straight to Telemine here, and Cheese.T, meanwhile, highlighting the power of laying down bloody telemines, because that's the second, like, you know, armored vehicle here from Slowlee that runs afoul of the German telemine. First the AC and now the Cromwell. This is just great for Cheese.T, and certainly it must be a really, really painful mind for Slowlee that, you know, he bloody well should have brought some minesweepers along, because in fairness, when he had some minesweepers up sooner, he would not have lost that Cromwell there. And certainly should have done after losing the AC to Telemine in the first place. So that's definitely, I think, a bit sloppy there by Slowlee. A bit sloppy. Got munitions cache here for Cheese.T. Supports both his teammate, I suppose, for war grenades and whatnot, but obviously for him, that allows us up for this to close air support. But there you go. Comet out here for William H. Edison. Ready to give those Germans a ruddy good time. In the south here we can see the Killer now making use of his opponent's flank path, but there with something a bit more elite than the assault sections. That could get very uncomfortable there for Williham. That machine gun could very quickly go down.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Got the Comet backing off here. He's sensing something, but he doesn't quite know the direction. There you go, machine caught in the flank here, and again, already taking a lot of damage. Again, triple Orbison with inflict Sturmgewehr. Quick route there, though, indicates the Comet here, though, turns out to be the saving grace for Williham. Had it not been for the Comet, I think that would have been a complete rout in the south here. But the Comet, without any anti-tank support for Killer's men, obviously forced from retreat. He's very close to the Command Panther, though. And this is planning to go straight here for King Tiger, which seems, well, obviously very, very ambitious, but considering, like, you know, how half the other players, they're starting for something big, nope. Very sensibly go for the Command Panther. Thumbs up there to Killer. Germans have managed to win the game back in the favour once more, partly again because Slowlee just keeps ignoring German mines. Don't worry, chaps. Surely they won't lay down any more mines. We've seen through their ruses. Don't you worry, chaps. We won't need those minesweepers. North here commands with the Bren, because they go light gun bomb into the Panther, and he's bunched up, but there you go, only kills Otto. Bren guns left behind here for the Germans in theory to seize another retreat here. We've got a massive swing in here. Both Williham and Slowlee, they're going for the Panthers. They got heavy damage, and then we got a bomb grenade off here. Almost wipes them, but both squads kind of make it back, if not heavily mangled though. And up north here, officers going in flanking. Up north here for Cheese.T. In the south we got the Command Panther racing forwards for Deutschland. In the centre, the other officers seizing the point here. Sappers going straight for the Pioneers. Still no minesweepers. And there you go, routing the machine gun there with a heroic flank here. Good work by Slowlee there. 6 Panther going up to engage the Panther 4, almost guarded. And I think Cheese.T. is in fact stalling here for the Tiger tank. Command Panther Norfolks again supported here by the triple fully upgraded Orbital Darden. That's certainly quite the strike force here, as long as it doesn't, like, you know, run into like a death trap. Southeast Sturmpioneer is the assault section there. There we go, 6 Panther gun punches through the Command Panther's frontal armour. Got the Orbital racing forwards here for Deutschland. Command Panther suffers another hit. Grab the northern fuel point here. Killer and the 4th Panzergrenadier Company disengages here as Cheese.T. and the 1st Panzergrenadier Company is going for Panzerwerfer? Really? Alright. I mean, I can see with some of the support and all that, but part of me just figured he'd go straight for the Tiger tank here, so the timing seems a bit odd to me. Just a bit odd. Nothing here in terms of like anvil or hammer there for Slowlee. And I imagine just William's going to go for like another comet, because 2 comets is, you know, better than 1. Kenner shoots bounce off the comet's thick frontal armour. North he got the 2 Panthers walk rushing forward again with the Panther 4 nearby. They combine up bonus kicks in, which of course makes them move faster, but also gives them an additional received active bonus, making them much harder, or at least much harder, but harder to hit for infantry. So nice little combo there, and they end up taking next to no damage there. So again, you know, Pentagon is great, particularly if you've got some vehicles around to support them once they get veterancy. Got a land matches out for Slowlee. He wants to blow that German infantry to bits. Alright chaps, we tried asking nicely. Looks like Mr. Jerry doesn't want to die, so now we're going to apply a bit more force. We tried asking nicely. Shut up, Terrence. Commodores the Panther 4. 6 Panther joining in, the Panther 4 down to half health. Veterans were on the mortar, but still no kills, and doesn't even using the barrage ability much. Does everyone feel like he could be doing more with the mortar? And William arguably could maybe also consider mortar of his own, but at this point he's definitely going for a comet. South here we got the Germans pushing back here, another push for William, trying to probe here the southern front line. Killer and the 4th Panzergrenadier Company of the 21st Panzer Division proving course quite resilient, and he cancels the Panzerwerfer after all for a Tiger tank. Okay. I mean, you know, I still think you should just sack to the Tiger tank, but yeah, okay. Just seems like there might be some hesitancy there for Cheese.T. then. We got more options for kills to replace one of the Watch squads that got wiped. Up north here, the land matches does displace Carroll's forces, as they obviously are not rocket resistant. Firefly for William. I was actually expecting a second comet here. It's a bit surprised the Firefly. Bit surprised. In the south here, we got the option lining up for a flank here. Command Panther being pursued. Got the Tiger tank rolling in here. Backed up the Command Panther. It gets a bit of a bonus there. And there you go, going for the comet here. A strike from the right here against the Allies. 1st Canadian Infantry find themselves a bit on the back foot here, as the 21st Panzer Division now supported by the 101st SS Schwerer Panther tiling here crashes into them like a brick wall through the window. Yes, an entire brick wall through the window. The Germans don't mess about. 6 Panther gun there cleared out. Good follow up with the Panzergrenadiers here. That said, unfortunately, Killer's not really backing up here Cheese.T.'s attack. Though we do get some air support from Cheese.T, not from Killer, obviously. That said, it looks like we are seeing things now kicking off in the south here with the coming up. Command Panther moves well here. Tiger tank there. Might have extended though, yeah. Extended, again, lack of support, I think, from Killer ultimate the cruiser. And there you go. This gives then William the golden opportunity to knock out the Tiger tank. We got the Command Panther moving in, but it's a bit too late here to save Cheese.T's Tiger tank. Up north here we got the machine gun wiped out by the Commandos, launching a daring Commando strike there. But we got the Panther 4 rushing in there for Deutschland. It is close being knocked out here. 2 6 Panther guns there forming up a strong anti-tank front here under Slowlee's Brave Canadian commander, there we go. Panther 4 there, about to get knocked out here. Quite the blow there. 2 Cheese.T Cutter, didn't just lose the Tiger tank, but the Panther 4 as well there. A stinging blow. At least he's able to get back machine gun, maybe, actually. Like, he could still be wiped out, possibly. So really rough spot here for Cheese.T Cutter right now. That puts more pressure on Killer. It's like, you know, do most of the fighting. He's going to have to, like, assist Cheese.T Cutter here. This is also, again, 1 through. Nice to help you clear up these anti-tank guns. I definitely feel like Cheese.T Cutter's, like, major issue remains. He's only got 2 Panzer Grenadier escorts. And obviously, again, 2 Panzer escorts, you know, with G for the Feast, without is still, I think, a very strong force. But even then, just on a more pure tactical basis, you always want a minimum 3 escorts. Like, no matter the quality, minimum 3. I mean, Killer's obviously got 3 Obersoldaten escorts on top of the Volksgrenadiers. Yeah. Again, these are Obersoldaten. South here, the swing up here into William's overextended Northern Assault Force here. Good thrust here by Killer. We got the Commander racing in once more. 4 kills, half 8 of Destiny 2. And Killer very judiciously pulls back his Obersoldaten before they get turned into mashed potatoes. Panther moving forward here for Deutschland. Up north here we got Cheese.T Cutter striking here at Slowlee, ripping apart here his front line. There we go. Universal Carrier there, finally knocked out. Geballte Ladung here on the Vickers machine crew there. There we go. Utterly obliterating it. It's a blitzkrieg assault right out of hell, right out of Slowlee's worst nightmares. And yes, his worst nightmares involves Germans coming at him, screaming in German. Obviously, it would be a lot less, you know, horrifying if they say screamed in Dutch. Well, maybe actually not. Anyways, Panther taking down the Comet grenades off. He doesn't quite work out there. Command Panther here with the marked target as well on the Comet tank, pushing it back here. Sturm Pioneer routed. Grabbing the Calf Point here. Up north, the machine setting up as well. They're further up north. Pioneers grabbing the Northern Victory Point. What will Cheese.T Cutter do next? Apparently not replace his infantry losses. Firefly rolling out there, and we got land matters again here for Slowlee. Not a lot of armor though. Definitely feel like that could be a bit of an Achilles heel here for Slowlee.
They're trying to take it.
Achilles, haha, no. Anyways, Command Panther unit repairs, obviously. Got the mechanized written headquarters up there for Killer. And we got a regular Panther. There's going to be 2 Panthers now here for the Germans. A command version and a regular version. As for Cheese.T Cutter, is going to go for next to Naris, maybe a Panther as well. Maybe another Tiger. Hopefully some more infantry. You're seeing the pushing forwards a bit bravely, but runs afoul here of British light machine guns here. Pioneer moving into back up here. And there you go, land matches fire here on the German position, screaming through there, knocking squirrels out of the trees, and obliterating Cheese.T Cutter's ace machine gun crew. And his second machine was about to go wiped as well. That's quite the blow there to the Germans. Never mind, Cheese.T Cutter at this point now only has like 2 veteran units, almost half an hour into the game. That's like a bit awkward. Pushing it with the Panther straight for the Comet. Several hits there, Comet down to very little health in the face of the German Panzerwaffen. There you go, the Luftwaffe comes screaming through the skies here, but none of them can touch this. In the south here, we got the Optimus section there, and they are absolutely ripped apart of their Firefly gaining veterans 1. There's in duels with the Panthers. As for Cheese.T Cutter, he's closing in on, well, something. He's going for double pack 40s, though. Probably because he's got no other way of dealing with armor until he gets out some kind of armor, so... This could be an indicator of a Tiger tank, because I think he's close enough to a Panther. He does need 2 pack 40s, but... Either way, though... That's obviously his opinion and my opinion, sort of against each other. Armor here being fixed under the Williams heroic command there. We got 3 sapper sections doing the work by the way there. Thumbs up. Got the Panzer pushing forward here through the ruins of a small storage hangar, I don't know. Panzer pushing forward here. We even got radio sounds from Killer. Crikey, but things go pretty pear-shaped here for Cheese.T Cutter and for Killer, so they are routed in the face of very stiff British resistance. Second pack forward ready there for Cheese.T Cutter and the German army. As for Killer, we now got the Stuckasser first. After 2 Panthers and a bunch of elite infantry, now goes for some rocket artillery. Love to see if he can hack that one. Coming forwards here in the south, the opposite routed as William launches a fierce counterattack here against the Germans. We got officer and segmenting up here. Command Panther that strikes back here for Deutschland. The Stukas was halfway done. In the center, Cheese.T clashing with the commandos and putting them in their place. He's trying to. Got the second Panther round here just against the British infantry, ripping apart the machine guns here at close range. Got the Firefly engaging, but can't quite pierce the thick frontal hide here of the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Now the land matches off here from Slowlee. You know, the reason they're called land matches is because the original system was actually mounted on ships. So obviously the land version would be called the land matches. And of course the regular one's just called the matches, I think. So fun fact there, by the way. Second one, finding where the advancing Germans in the south here. Slowly, still not really bothering with arm at all. I'd even see some Fireflies to tackle against, you know, the increasing number of Panthers and, you know, likely second target tank here from Cheese.T at this point. Comet bar where there is steadily approaching the east level here. Another great hit on the Panther. The Panthers able to return the favour. Pioneers Rowdy got the pack bottoming up here as well. North some movement here does hit some mines. Got mining by way by Cheese.T, and once more Slowlee continues to be duly punished for his refusal to go for minesweepers. Look, if God has intended us to sweep mines, he would have given us minesweepers, you know, directly attached to our hands. We didn't have to like walk around with them. How the hell did he become an officer? Family connections. Oh. Got a wipe there. And that was in fact the officer that got wiped out under William's command. Stukas was screaming off some rockets there, wiping one of Slowlee's machine gun crews, and there goes second target tank here for Cheese.T. Big 2 points wise. The British also been on a top spot. They need to do something about that rapidly before they find themselves buried beneath a tide of Krupp steel. Comet there about to be pursued by the two Panthers of the Firefly there, of course, is a good obstacle now. In fact, the Fireflies might get focused on first, obviously. But no, both back off here. Neither side really willing to commit to a major engagement here. Neither certain of the chances of scoring ultimate victory. Meanwhile, up north here, Cheese.T, they're sort of milling about a bit here. Could still do with more infantry, but I suppose they now have a Tiger tank. South here, Panthers and Sturmzug here clashing out there. We got a second Comet up our way here for William, putting up to 2 Comets and a Firefly. I mean, that's a lot of firepower as well there in the armour department. Meanwhile, Slowlee refuses still along. Oh yeah, finally went for a minesweeper. He finally went for a minesweeper. I guess he got a very, very ticked off call from Monty to get some bloody minesweepers before he shoves a minesweeper up his arse. Good shot there with the Firefly straight for the Panther's frontal armour. North here we got the Panthers of the section there. 2 kills on the Tiger. Casualty inflicted here on Cheese.T, but gets the wipe here on Slowlee. South here we got the Obersoldaten practically executing there William's infantry. But there you go. Separate now for the Panthers. The armour goes straight here for the Obersoldaten, and the Firefly goes for the Command Panther here, which is actually 2. Obersoldaten forced to retreat here up in the centre. The Tiger tank now clashes here with Slowlee's centre there, which is still being kept supported by the anti-tanks. He finally goes for Commander, by the way. Specialisation. And calls in some army. He's gone for Amble. He's going for a Churchill tank. And in south here, William backing a bit off here. We've got 69 to 262. Churchill tank up 2/3 of the way down there for the British Empire. Off you Tiger tank here with the anti-tank guns. Punchy cell shots there through the frontal armour. And there you go, Cheese.T's about to find themselves short of another Tiger tank here. Oh, that was very lucky. I don't think he can maintain that luck here for much longer. Apparently he could! Wow, he needs to blitz though. Talk about lucky. Good golly. 2 bounces and a miss. against a comet. If I didn't know better, I'd say Cheese and Cats had bribed off Orange Jesus. Anyways, Churchill tank up north. He should, of course, at the tank commander. South here got the Panthers on the move.
Tank commander awaiting next orders.
Ready for the Churchill tank. Infantry have to give a killer. Panthers there. Number 2 gaining veteran 2 as well. That's 2 veteran 2 Panthers here. Churchill tank being rapidly pushed back with the advancing Panthers. Got the 6 pounder guns ready to block this further armoured advance here from the Germans. And we got the Compton again. They're both in fact, all of his armors in dying repaired. There you go. Called in the strafing support here. We got the Schwer Panther Corps immediately ready to start blasting at the RAF there. 55 to 61. Cheese and Cats, of course, hard at work fixing up this Tiger tank. He's going for a Panzer for now. Firefly fixed up, of course, they'll need to fix up the 2 Comets. And we got another land matches for Slowlee. 50 points left. Almost got both Panthers good to go again. The South here, a full score caught salvaging the 6 pounder gun there for spare parts. Quick smoke grenade there. Panthers moving in. North here we got a counter-attack here by Cheese and Carter, spearheaded by the Tiger tank. There we got a 2nd Panzerwerfer. I imagine his purpose in going for double Panthers is to try and just deal with those anti-tank guns because they are obviously a significant threat to his Tiger tank. And his continued operational capacity in the face of the British foe. Grenades and white phosphor go off in the south of the southern victory point. A complete violent clash here. Tiger tank engaged with the Church tank and of course the 2 anti-tank guns. 2nd Panzerwerfer is more or less ready. Bringing up the first one here, imagine to try and catch some support weapons with a fairly close quarters barrage. Pretty risky here for Cheese and Katze. Risk losing the Panzerwerfers like, well, anything really. Ends up losing a lot of units. In fact, loses one of their Panzer Grenadier squad. It's down to just 1 infantry squad now. That is definitely not sustainable. Even loses multiple pioneers. In fact, loses all their pioneers. At this point, Malik could have gone for Leaf Infantry. That way, the police got an Ostrom squad. There you go. Down to just a Panzer Grenadier squad and its allied support weapons, a Tiger tank, and Panzerwerfers. That is definitely a bit lopsided. And once more, I think, puts more pressure on Killer here to do some of the heavier lifting in this match. 30 points left for the Allies. Another Firefly for Williham. As for Slowlee, I mean, his infantry's what? He's just going for more land mattresses. Seems like, in the case, it's Williham and Killer doing some of the heavy lifting, while Slowlee and Carroll kind of increasingly operating with very lopsided force composition. But there you go, Churchill right to the 2 anti-tank guns. No target weak point. We got Luftwaffe support called in here. Once that Churchill tank dead, but there you go, Sappers with a P8 and anti-tank grenade to prevent the Tiger tank from pursuing further. Luftwaffe will have to try and finish off the Churchill tank, but can the Luftwaffe's gunners do it? And they got the main gun knocked out, but it survives. The Churchill tank survives, and the Tiger tank also survives. In the south, the Williham has routed Killer once more. Only 2 Panthers against multiple Comets, and the Firefly is obviously going to be a bit of a challenge here for 2 Panthers. And once the 2nd Firefly arrives, it's going to be even tougher for the 2 Panthers. 14 though here left. The British are very much hanging on here. But they're doing so ferociously. The Church tank, they're being fixed up. More sappers out there for Slowlee. Sending up the officer there, about to get completely mauled here by the remaining ace Panzer is under Cheese and Katz's command. Armor being repaired. Here we got the land matches setting up here. 14 versus 231. We've got the Tiger tank being rolled south. We've got fresh pioneers out there for Cheese and Katze. In the center, Panzer being mauled. But they're still trying to get at the point that they're determined. And the south, another orbs on flank being caught by the Comets. Northern victory point is pretty much seeing no action. Pound racing out for the German infantry. They're wiping out almost the entire Volkswagen squad there. Tiger being fixed up. There you go, command path moving forward. We get 2 Fireflies there. First shot goes through, second shot bounces off the Panther's frontal armour. Unfortunately, the Comet, the Kidman bounces. Got the other Panther now in pursuit here. Pretty risky though against 2 Fireflies, particularly one with the dual rockets upgrade. There you go, virtually free ace level Firefly there under William's command. Here we got the Panthers moving up here, pretty risky up north of Victor bombing Cheese.T up by Cheese.T and Cats, a machine crew there being sent in. Double Panther barrage. Going all in. The sappers are being utterly obliterated under an intense storm of rockets. It's not just Cheese and Katza, but Killer is unloading their entire rocket arsenal at William, and his sappers are just ripped apart. Well, as ripped apart as much as the game engine allows it. I suppose most censorships laws allow it as well. Anyways, Tiger tank heading towards the centre there. Interesting enough, no follow-up there in the south. No follow-up at all. You got 14 versus 177. Infantry 40 backed up with the command Panther. Tiger tanking northwards, got the church tank ready here. Centre very lightly defended. Looks like it's the extremes of the map here, all the funding centering on. We got the command Panther down forward into the Firefly and the Comet. Infantry following up here, assault section holding the point, full support their push back. Up north though, we got Panthers backed up with the 2 pack forwards going here. We got the anti-tankers moving up as well. Send there to oppose quickly ground rush to the Germans had enough infantry to spare and theoretically kill a dust, but well, he's about to run out of infantry by the looks of it due to a counter rocket strike here. Slowly, of course, trying to avenge all of his teammates' infantry. Though William has been quick to replace the sappers that got completely blown to smithereens and then some. Panthers pursuing the anti-tankers. We've got this Churchill tank at the ready, pushing them back. Common, they almost knocked out, opening up the southern victory point. Centre now being assaulted here as Cheese.T Cutter swings his attack here towards the centre one. There, even as Slowlee approaches the northern victory point. The southern point being grabbed here as well here. This might be it. We got another assault section out there for William. More to fire off. We got the Panthers flying getting in the northern point. He's trying to keep the British off. There we go. He's not moving slowly. Moves too slowly. And his sappers get absolutely sent into the next hell. Firefly, they're knocked out. The command Panther and the Panther, they've got Betsy feet on both Panthers, by the way. That's kind of dangerous. And there you go. One of the Panthers gets knocked out there by the Firefly Comet combo. We got air support called in by Cheese.T Cutter. We got 12 versus 146 here. Fighting is intense and brutal with just casualties piling up. It looks like the British might just be at the end of their tether. Commander squad trying to infiltrate instead finds itself exfiltrated from this very world. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss here for the British, a victory for the Germans. A fierce fight with a lot of back and faction. Tactically, I think there was some issues for the Allies, particularly Slowlee's great refusal to consider minesweepers and armour. I think at times was a big help for the Germans. I think William could also have been, more aggressive at times and also looked for other angles of attack rather than just the same one there. I think that was perhaps a mistake there. Cheese.T Cutter could have done with more infantry though. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.